This is a regular meeting of the Township Committee. Public notice of this meeting has been given as required by the Open Public Meetings Law. A resolution was adopted on January 1st, 2025, designating this date, this fall, at 7:30 p.m. as the time for this regular meeting of the Township Committee of the Township of Union in the County of Union. A notice of each and every meeting of the Township Committee was posted in accordance with the aforesaid Open Public Meetings Law in one public place reserved for the posting of ordinances and official notices of the Township of Union, namely the bulletin board next to the clerk's office. In addition thereto, a copy of said resolution was forwarded to the local source in Star Ledger. A copy of said resolution is on file with the clerk of the Township.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. This evening, the prayer will be given by Committeewoman Patricia Garrett-Frazier, and the flag salute will be led by Deputy Mayor Joe Florio. Please stand.
Let us bow our hearts and mind. God of power, might, wisdom, and justice, through you, authority is rightly administered, laws are enacted, and judgment is decreed. Assist this Township Committee with your spirit of counsel and fortitude, and guide us to seek righteousness, justice, and mercy, and assist us in leading our township with honesty and integrity. Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Madam Clerk, can I have a roll call?
Mr. Figueredo?
Here.
Ms. Terrell?
Here.
Ms. Frazier?
Here.
Mr. Florio?
Here.
Mayor Bowser?
Here. Before we begin, I just want to make a couple of comments. Many residents received a letter from me regarding the New Jersey Community Solar Energy Program. This evening, Eversolar, a local community solar provider, will explain their money-saving program for our Union residents. Will they please come forward? Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Amelia Brown. I'm here with Eversolar to speak a bit more to how our community solar project located in Union Township can offer solar savings to Union residents. So to start, I'll speak a bit to what community solar is and how it works. So community solar is a state benefit program. It's administered by the Board of Public Utilities, and it was originally introduced in 2018. After a few pilot years of the program, and after the program proved a success in saving residents money, the Board of Public Utilities issued a permanent program voted on in 2023 to expand access and enable even more solar providers like Eversolar to develop projects. And the plan of the Community Solar Energy Permanent Program is to provide solar savings to 75,000 households in New Jersey. There are some features of the program that was designed by the Board of Public Utilities to ensure a positive subscriber experience for residents who enroll. The first is a set of consumer protections to ensure that there's no startup fees, no fees to cancel, no ongoing or additional fees, just guaranteed savings on your monthly PSE&G bill. It's also accessible. Community solar doesn't require that you install solar panels on your home or property. It's accessible to renters and homeowners alike. There's absolutely no installation. So for homeowners or renters who wish to benefit from solar savings but are either unable to or uninterested in producing the upfront cost to install panels on their roof, this is a great program. Simple billing. So the original community solar program that I mentioned was introduced in 2018, had what's called dual billing. That meant that subscribers received two bills. In the improved permanent program introduced in 2023, the Board of Public Utilities directed all utilities, in this case PSE&G, to implement what's called utility consolidated billing. What that means is when you subscribe, once the project starts generating solar savings, you'll see those savings reflected right on your PSE&G bill. You will not get a second bill from Eversolar. We can provide service to subscribers across PSE&G territory, but of course want to ensure that as many Union Township residents enroll in this program. There's also an equitable element of the program. The Board of Public Utilities requires that 51% of the capacity of this program is reserved for low and moderate income households to ensure that the solar savings are directed to the households that need it most. To speak a bit about how community solar works, Eversolar constructs solar panels on warehouse rooftops. In this case, it's a rooftop on a warehouse on Union Avenue off of I-78. So you won't see it from the street, but it's up there. And that solar farm generates energy from the sun that then gets distributed to the local power grid, in this case, the PSE&G power grid. We can sell those energy credits to the utility, and we receive a portion of the value of those solar credits. In the case of the Union Township farm, that's 55% of that value. We pass the remaining 45% of that value on to subscribers in the form of solar credits applied to your PSE&G bill. That's how we're able to guarantee savings each month. To speak a bit more about Eversolar and our experience with community solar in New Jersey, we are the developer, owner, and long-term operator of the solar projects that we develop in the state. We already have 8 operational projects in PSE&G territory, serving 3,000 New Jersey households. Our solar project here, as I mentioned, is located on Union Avenue, and it'll serve approximately 500 Union Township residents. We do have additional spots if we exceed those 500 resident spots, which we hope we do, on projects in PSE&G territory in other townships. That being said, we encourage anyone interested in enrolling now, as we're currently offering the highest discount rate in PSE&G territory. The average consumer that enrolls in the average New Jersey household that enrolls in the Union Township solar project will save $600 a year off their PSE&G utility bills. And I'll wrap up here just by speaking to how you sign up. It's quick and easy. It doesn't take too long. It's handy to have a recent copy of your PSE&G utility bill with you when you do enroll, because we will be asking for a bit of utility account information so that we can validate your utility information with PSE&G and make sure that we are allocating the appropriate amount of energy from our farm to your account. So you'll visit the Eversolar portal that's here on the screen, uniontownship.myeversolar.com. You'll answer a few questions, service address, utility account number. You'll sign a disclosure form, subscriber agreement. That's just plain language summary on the disclosure form of the terms of your agreement, which are terms I've already spoken to. Cancel anytime, no fees to start or stop. And once PSE&G validates that we have the right utility account information so that we can ultimately enroll credits, we will issue just a $50 thank you from Eversolar. And we're busy at work constructing this farm. We began construction in January. We're expecting to complete construction in October. And what that means is by early next year, residents who enroll in community solar will start receiving those credits on their bills. Eversolar will keep residents abreast of the construction progress, so once you enroll, you can expect to receive not too many emails, but an email once the construction is complete and when you can expect your first solar credits.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I have a question. If I have existing solar panels on my property, can I apply to this program?
So we encourage residents with existing solar panels to apply if the amount of energy that you're receiving from PSE&G after accounting for what's generated from your on-site panels is under the program required 2,000 kilowatt hours per year. You may not be able to participate, but we do encourage you to apply, and we will be able to validate your eligibility with the utility.
Thank you. Further questions from the board?
Yes, I have a question for the residents' information and public information. Will there be any hardware, equipment, or any kind of installation on any individual's home, inside or out?
Great question. None whatsoever. That's a real benefit of the community solar program. Renters or homeowners who either are unable or not wishing to install those sometimes costly panels don't need to install anything. We manage that. We're building the farm on that location on Union Avenue, and the residents don't need to do a thing.
Thank you.
Thank you. Any further questions from the committee?
No,
I would just like to make a statement so the people, the public know, this is not a scam. It's a legitimate state program, so I know there's a lot of scams going around, but this is not one.
Thank you for that clarification, Joe.
Thank you, Deputy Mayor.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor. Thank you.
The Eversolar representative will remain after the meeting, so if you have any questions, you can meet with them after the meeting to have your questions addressed. At this time, can I have a motion to approve the minutes?
Motion to approve minutes?
Second,
All in favor?
Aye.
Madam Clerk, can we move on to the ordinances and resolutions?
I have for your consideration on second and final reading an ordinance amending Chapter 434, Article 3 of the Municipal Code pertaining to source system user charges.
Move the ordinance be taken up for second and final reading.
Second.
An ordinance to amend Article 3 of Chapter 434 of the Code of the Township of Union pertaining to source system user charges.
Move the ordinance be adopted. Oh, we have to do
he's
this.
got to ask the same
Okay.
question.
Is there anyone from the public wishing to speak on this ordinance?
Move the ordinance be adopted.
Second.
Mr. Figueredo?
Yes.
Ms. Terrell?
Yes.
Ms. Frazier?
Yes.
Mr. Florio?
Yes.
Mayor Bowser?
Yes.
Creating a handicap space in front of 1632 Kenneth Avenue.
Move the ordinance be taken up for second and final reading.
Second?
An ordinance amending the designation of restricted parking spaces for use by persons with special vehicle identification cards in the Township of Union, Union County, New Jersey. This ordinance creates a handicap space in front of 1632 Kenneth Avenue.
Is there anyone from the public wishing to speak on this ordinance?
Move the ordinance be adopted.
Second?
Mr. Figueredo?
Yes.
Ms. Terrell?
Yes.
Ms. Frazier?
Yes.
Mr. Florio?
Yes.
Mayor Bowser?
Yes.
Amending fees for local registration for non-life hazard uses.
Move the ordinance be taken up for second and final reading.
Second.
An ordinance amending Chapter 307-19 entitled Additional Required Registration and Permit Fees by the Township Committee of the Township of Union, County of Union, State of New Jersey. This amends local registration fees for non-life hazard uses.
Is there anyone from the public wishing to speak on this ordinance?
Move the ordinance be adopted.
Second.
Mr. Figueredo?
Yes.
Ms. Terrell?
Yes.
Ms. Frazier?
Yes.
Mr. Florio?
Yes.
Mayor Bowser?
Yes.
Amending fees for street parking and parking lots.
Move the ordinance be taken up for second and final reading?
Second.
An ordinance amending Chapter 266-65 entitled Schedule 24, Parking Meter Zones by the Township Committee of the Township of Union, County of Union, State of New Jersey. This amends street parking rates.
Is there anyone from the public wishing to speak on this ordinance?
Move the ordinance be adopted.
Second.
Mr. Figueredo?
Yes.
Ms. Terrell?
Yes.
Ms. Frazier?
Yes.
Mr. Florio?
Yes.
Mayor Bowser?
Yes.
Amending fees for municipal court violations.
Move the ordinance be taken up for second and final reading.
Second.
An ordinance amending Chapter 266 entitled Vehicles and Traffic by the Township Committee of the Township of Union, County of Union, State of New Jersey. This amends Violations Bureau Schedule payable amount.
Is there anyone from the public wishing to speak on this ordinance?
Move the ordinance be adopted.
Second.
Mr. Figueredo?
Yes.
Ms. Terrell?
Yes.
Ms. Frazier?
Yes.
Mr. Florio?
Yes.
Mayor Bowser?
Yes.
I have for consideration on draft and first reading an ordinance amending Chapter 296 of the Municipal Code entitled Filming to conform to state requirements.
Move the draft be taken up for first reading at this time.
Second?
An ordinance amending Chapter 296 Filming of the Code of the Township of Union to conform the ordinance to the film-ready New Jersey requirements designated by the New Jersey Motion Picture and Television Commission. Mr. Figueredo?
Yes.
Ms. Terrell?
Yes.
Ms. Frazier?
Yes.
Mr. Florio?
Yes.
Mayor Bowser?
Yes.
Move the draft be taken up for second and final reading at our next regularly scheduled meeting.
Second?
Mr. Figueredo?
Yes.
Ms. Terrell?
Yes.
Ms. Frazier?
Yes.
Mr. Florio?
Yes.
Mayor Bowser?
Yes.
The following resolutions approving the Township's Title VI Plan for New Jersey Transit.
Move for approval.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Authorizing payment of all approved vouchers for solid waste collection, haulage, and disposal at the interim rate of $75.09 per ton for household waste and $119.12 per ton for bulky waste.
Motion to approve?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Authorizing the emergency rental of 2 air conditioning units from Rapid Recovery Services, LLC, for the municipal building for an amount not to exceed $144,183.76.
Motion to approve the request?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Authorizing change order number 3 and final, increasing the amount to PM Construction by $100,663.84 for a revised total contract amount not to exceed $2,052,336.54 for the 2024 ETG road resurfacing project.
Move the order, I'm sorry. Move the resolution be adopted.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Authorizing the purchase of custom artwork for the new main library from Themendos for an amount not to exceed $22,500.
Move for approval.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Authorizing an agreement with the New Jersey Motor Vehicle Commission to participate in the online access program to access certain records.
Motion to approve?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Amending Resolution 2025-144 to correct the payment schedule to Michael J. Ash of Carlin Ward, Ashenhart.
Motion to approve the amendment?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Authorizing an award of contract with Robert Pansula Esquire to act as a hearing officer for the nuisance matter at 380 Princeton Road for an amount not to exceed $10,000.
Move for approval.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
I ask you to approve the finances as listed on the agenda.
So moved.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Following communications from Terry Milanda, tax collector, requesting the Township Committee authorize checks issued to the following, representing the redemption of tax sale certificates.
Motion to approve?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
From Joseph Venezia, Township Engineer, requesting the following payments. Amended payment number 5 and final to Lancha Construction Corporation in the amount of $56,129.36 for work completed through April 4th, 2025, in connection with the 2022 Road Resurfacing Program, Phase 1. Payment number 6 and final to PM Construction, Inc., in the amount of $101,213.74 for work completed through February 28th, 2025, in connection with the 2024 Road Resurfacing Program, Elizabethtown Gas. Payment number 7 to Crossroads Paving Corporation, doing business as ADG Contracting, in the amount of $193,775.97 for work completed through March 31st, 2025, in connection with the 2024 Road Improvement Program.
Motion to approve the payments?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
From Deborah J. Dennis, First Baptist Church of Union, requesting the closure of Thoreau Terrace from Colonial Avenue to Crawford Terrace from July 7th through 11th, 2025, from 9:30 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. for Vacation Bible School.
Move for approval.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
From Janine Arlotta, Bridgeway Behavioral Health Services, requesting to erect a 40 by 30-foot tent in the parking lot located at 373 Claremont Terrace on May 28th through May 30th, 2025, for an outdoor event.
Move for approval.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
From Eric Burns, resident, requesting to close Faytooth Avenue at Vauxhall Road to 1220 Roger Avenue, Sunday, August 10th, 2025, from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. with a rain date of Sunday, August 17th, 2025, for a block party.
Motion to approve?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
From Irma Arndt, Connecticut Farms Church, requesting to hang an 8 by 3-foot banner at the corner of Stuyvesant Avenue and West Chestnut Street, advertising Vacation Bible School from June 1st through June 30th, 2025.
Motion to approve the banner?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
From Kim Eason, First Baptist Church of Vauxhall, requesting the use of Brookside Park on June 22nd, 2025, from 12 p.m. to 4 p.m. for a youth basketball clinic, also requesting a bounce house, music, and other vendors.
Move for approval with the approval from the fire, police, and health departments.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
The following department reports from Municipal Court, Fire Department, and Police Department.
Move they be received and filed.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
That concludes my part of the agenda.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. At this time, I'd like to move on to the reports. First, starting with Police Commissioner Sandra Terrell.
Thank you, Mayor. For the Union Police Department for the period of April 5th through April 18th, We had 1,527 direct patrols. We had 2,750 calls for service, and out of those, there were 83 arrests. In our truck enforcement division, there were 33 stops, 21 tickets were issued, and 12 of those were for local deliveries. In our red light enforcement division, there were 38 stops, there were 41 tickets issued, and one was for a resident of Union. And then in for our speed initiative, we had 102 stops, 81 tickets were issued, and 18 of those were for residents. I have just one highlight and then one announcement for this week. On April 9th, 2025, officers conducted a vehicle stop on Route 22. During their investigation, they discovered a controlled and dangerous substance inside the vehicle. Both occupants were detained and arrested. Following their removal, a comprehensive search of the vehicle was carried out, revealing a loaded handgun. The suspects were transported to police headquarters, where they were processed accordingly. And then my bi-weekly announcement regarding our Neighborhood Watch program. Again, this is a proactive prevention initiative, and it empowers residents to actively contribute to the safety and well-being of our neighborhoods. Again, we are currently welcoming new members. If you are interested, please contact the Community Policing Bureau at 908-851-5252 for more information or to just get involved. If you are interested in a career in law enforcement, there are 2 requirements. So any individuals that are interested, you must be a resident of Union, and you are required to take the civil service entrance exam. So again, if you are interested in a career in law enforcement, for more information, please contact the Union Police Department Professional Standards Bureau at 908-851-5059. That concludes my report. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Commissioner. At this time, we have our DPW Commissioner, Manuel Figueredo.
Thank you, Mayor. From our sewer division, they flushed out and cleared 3 sanitary line blockages. There was 1 after-hour emergency call-out for a sanitary issue. 44 enzyme application. This eliminates grease in various sanitary lines. There were 36 catch basin cleanings. They cleared 19 flood zones and repaired 2 catch basins. From our shade tree division, they removed 3 hazardous trees, removed 4 stumps, and trimmed 6 trees. And our grounds division cleaned 58 township parks and properties of various litter and debris. They cut 95 township properties and cleaned and cut 1 private property. And as always, concerns and inquiries regarding DPW can be addressed by calling Public Works at 908-686-1922. But we do encourage you to utilize the Report of Concern feature on the Township website. And that concludes my report, Mayor.
Thank you, Commissioner. Next, we have our Fire Commissioner, Patricia Guerrero-Frazier.
Good evening, everyone. For this reporting period, the Union Fire Department responded to a total of 184 calls for service. This included 121 fire-related incidences, 46 EMS assists, and 17 motor vehicle accidents. Some significant events. Orleans Place, a building fire that crews were able to confine to the structure and floor of origin. On Route 78, a brush fire approximately 1/4 of an acre that required additional water supplies from surrounding jurisdictions to extinguish due fire locations and the limited access to water on the highway. Our average response time remains well within the national benchmarks. Training and readiness. Our members completed over 200 hours of combined training this period on fire strategies, hazardous materials responses, and firefighter survival. We also initiated a new round of fire officer development training aimed at preparing our upcoming leaders for future roles. Equipment and maintenance. Preventative maintenance continues to be a priority for all apparatus. The focus of apparatus maintenance results in safer equipment, decreased out-of-service time, and better delivery of services. Additionally, 15 sets of new firefighter turnout gear were received, which was financed by the American Rescue Plan grant. Community outreach. This week, the fire department is sponsoring the After the Fire presentation to the senior class at Union High School. This presentation is made by survivors of Seton Hall dormitory fire and highlights not only their story, but also fire safety and awareness while on college campuses. The Union Fire Department wants to remind everyone that the firehouses are always open and available for visits. I think this is an amazing opportunity for future firefighters, right? All of our high school students that want to come out and visualize the atmosphere, right? You have to see yourself in that space in order to create a goal to be there. Whether you're curious about fire engines, want to meet firefighters, or just stopping by to say hello, you are always welcomed. Our firehouses are more than just places where emergency calls begin. They're part of the community. We encourage families, students, and local groups to visit, ask questions, and learn more about fire safety and the work we do every day. If you are interested in scheduling a group tour or educational visit, please do not hesitate to reach out to the Fire Department Division at 908-851-5444. And also, as Committeewoman Terrell said, in the next coming years, the next 2 years, they will be looking for recruits. So if you're interested, please communicate that with the Fire Department. That concludes my report.
Thank you, Commissioner. Next, we have the Senior Center and Recreation Department, Commissioner Joseph Ferriero.
Thank you very much, Mayor. Some very exciting things are going on in our Recreation Department. The Union Recreation Department is excited for 3 upcoming school enrichment programs. They're beginning within the next week. On Thursday, we will be hosting a robotics class from 1st to 5th grades. Participants will use Lego blocks to build robots to accomplish various fun challenges. We'll also be hosting a baton twirling class on Thursday for kids 4 years old and up. Here in Union, we are lucky to have one of the few remaining high school baton teams in the state. So this is a great way for young kids to learn under an award-winning U.S. high school coach, Nicole Plaka. Finally, on Mondays, we will be hosting public speaking for kids aged 7 to 14. The communication skills learned in this program will help students find their voice and find confidence. I can tell you, after serving many years in in private industry, communication skills are almost as important as anything. It's very important. This is a good time to start. But I think what it also means here, when you look at our recreation department, it's not just basketball or baseball or softball. We have a lot of different types of programs. I encourage our citizens to look up on our website and see, because it's great, like I said, a host of programs that are beyond, let's say, active sports. From our Senior Citizens Division, from Health and Wellness on May 6th, from 9:30 to 11:30, a nurse will be providing health maintenance check for all previous services. Musical Journey Sing-Along. Here's an interesting one. Get ready for a musical adventure like no other. Sing along, clap your hands and tap your feet, or just sit back and enjoy the tunes. We're bringing back the classics to life, and you're invited to join in the fun. This is going to be Wednesday on April 23rd at 12:30 p.m. Some of the hits that you'll be rocking is Taking Me Out to the Ball Game, My Sherry Amour, Sweet Caroline, Deep in the Heart of Texas, My Girl, Twist and Shout, how's it going? Joy to the World, and many more classic favorites. Don't miss this one-time toe-tapping, heartwarming musical journey. See you there. Movie Day, 80s for Brady. Welcome for Wednesday, April 30th at 2025. The 80s for Brady will be at 1:30. 80s for Brady is a heartwarming and hilarious film that blends humor, friendship, and a love of football. The story follows 4 lifelong friends in their 80s who are determined to attend the Super Bowl to see their hero, Tom Brady, in action. Despite their age and the many obstacles they face along the way, they can embark on an unforgettable venture, providing that it's never too late to chase your dreams. I saw that movie. I recommend you take a look. It's a great film. Again, another trip to Wind Creek Casino on May 15th. $40 per ticket, departure from Jeanette Avenue. The BAPS Shri Swamparayan Mandarin. I'm sorry, my pipe is $3 maybe on May 1st at 9:30 to 3:30. Join us for a peaceful and spiritual journey to a beautiful and serene temple that is a beacon of culture, spirituality, and architectural excellence. This visit is a unique opportunity to explore the rich heritage, here we go, Swamarayan tradition while experiencing a tranquil environment in the temple. Guided tour, learn about the fascinating history, traditions, and teachings of the Swaminarayan faith from Acknowledgement Guide, and this visit promises to be an enriching experience for everyone. The Riverview Inn Senior Fever, May 20th, $90 per ticket, includes chartered transportation, show, buffet-style lunch, dessert, beer and wine, coffee, hot tea, tax and gratuity. Departures on Jeanette Avenue at 9 a.m. Get ready to boogie down the way to Senior Fever. That's my report for tonight.
Thank you, Commissioner. Before we dive into the upcoming events, let me take a moment to recognize and celebrate Union Detective Lieutenant Kurt Carter for his outstanding accomplishments in the recent track and field competition. Competing at the highest level, Carter claimed first place in the 60-meter high hurdles at the USATF Masters Indoor National Championship and was part of the winning M45 4x200 meter relay team at the World Championship. In addition to earning 5 other top finishes, we extend our congratulations to the Detective Lieutenant Carter on this incredible achievement. UTCAO Foundation is accepting applications for former graduates of Union High School and the class of 2025 for their Oliver E. Young Scholarship. The foundation awards scholarships up to $1,500 per recipient. Applications and eligibility guidelines are available via the UTCAO website. The deadline for completion of the applications is June 13th. Taste of Union. Join us for the Taste of Union tomorrow, April the 23rd, from 6 to 9 p.m. at the Knights of Columbus. Enjoy delicious food and beverages from the local businesses while supporting a worthy cause. All proceeds go to the Union resident, Caitlin Gilmartin. Tickets are $25 in advance or $30 at the door. They are now accepting availability at the clerks or engineering offices in Town Hall. AAPI, join us for the Union Annual Asian, American, and Pacific Island Food and Music Festival on Saturday, May 3rd from 1 to 5 p.m. on Stuyvesant Avenue between Morris and Exton. Enjoy free admission to the vibrant celebration of Asian, American, and Pacific Islander cultures through delicious foods, live music, and community spirit. Bring your family and friends for an unforgettable afternoon of diversity and joy. BE Running Club. Union is proud to announce the launch of a new BE Running Club in partnership with KBE Fitness. The first community run will take place on Sunday, May 4th, with weekly runs scheduled every Wednesday and Sunday. This free club welcomes participants of all fitness levels, from experienced runners to those just beginning their wellness journey. Pre-registration is available at uniontownship.com. Pet licenses. If you have not yet licensed your pet for the year, please remember you can easily do so by contacting our clerk's office. Applications can be picked up in person via our uniontownship.com website. Please do not forget the proof of vaccination is required. If you have any questions, please contact our clerk's office at 908-851-8501. Everbridge notifications, please sign up for emergency and general notifications online at www.uniontownship.com. These updates are also available on Facebook at TWP Union, New Jersey. At this time, I'd like to open up to public comment. Yes. Please remember the 5-minute rule. Please state your name and address.
Hi, I'm Ruth Slovic, 1221 McGee Avenue. The resolutions, they are done deals now. You can't change them, right?
No.
Okay,
Right.
because I was
Yes.
surprised with number 11, paying $22,000, where's my glasses on? $22,500 for custom artwork, when in fact it would be an honor to have high school students present their work to be displayed in the library and save ourselves a tremendous amount of money. I mentioned it once before about the curtains for the library. that there's sewing classes in the high school and how easy it was to make them. And now I see you want to pay $22,000 for work that the students would be honored to have their work displayed in the library. So I'm a little disappointed. I wanted to know what happened. Why do you need emergency air conditioning in the municipal building? And how long will you rent for the units? And will you be getting new units, or they're going to be repaired?
The units are to really support the facility through the summer and then probably into the fall. And we have plans to revamp the total system going forward in the future.
So it's not working right now, you're saying?
No, it's not.
Okay. Then I had a question. What is the Title VI plan for New Jersey Transit, briefly? I mean, I'm sure it's a very involved thing, but what is it briefly?
Mayor, if I may. We were awarded a grant for a bus, and part of being able to receive that grant is for New Jersey Transit to review our Title VI plan, which is a handicap
Okay.
accessibility plan, and
Okay.
it was approved, and this resolution approves it and enables us to go forward with that grant.
Okay. And I know I asked the last time I was here regarding the finances about overpayment of taxes. And it was mentioned how wonderful the tax assessor's office is and crackerjack people who work in the department, and I believe that. I was just wondering, under what circumstances would residents be overpaying on their taxes? Is that something like, okay, the bill for such and such was less, everybody in township gets less taxes? Is that how it works, or is it just individually? Where's an overpayment of taxes? Under what circumstances would there be an overpayment of taxes?
Sounds like somebody paid too much.
Well, I'm just saying, like, they wrote the wrong amount in their check, or like,
If I may.
I think that was one of the things. It probably could be some other. But that's
It's on an individual basis. It's not on a townwide basis.
that's what I wanted to know.
Yes,
Okay.
it's on an individual basis.
All right, thank you very much.
Thank you. Anyone else wishing to come forward? Seeing none, can I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.